Y'all status Bill Hubble. I bought Lennox Mall for my brothers. Sold yard bag, told the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going ask Lori about the paddock, then going ask Jordan, that's dead. Philippe water trying to drown a bitch. Just a habit tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I'm clipping a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like a dump. Shit, like her first gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating, I'm out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making my ex nigga mad. Shit, they go for that number for man. Real nigga learn them, in the bag. Piping a bitch and they nail like I can. Turn up the shooters with switches go bad. They was some scammers, but dogs was paid. Slapping no rap with my dog, he fall off. No capping, no bound.
What it do, 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 what it do. I go by the name of BRW. Represent that self-made hustle TV where the hustle has to be in you, not on you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Get into a little music real fast, a couple jams, and then we go get to the cut.
Now, for real. Hey, I'm here now on the cool and ain't no turning back. Niggas really want your spot, shit, I'm learning that. Everywhere I take my Glock, that's where I'm earning that. The rims don't swing or don't chop, I ain't turning that. Real deal, I'm from the H, you can tell though. I can't see, I don't talk, but I can smell though. Top shelf, but I got some shit for sale though. Riding by myself, swinging spurs on the elbow. Ghetto than a bitch, but I still know we sell though. Smart than a bitch, but got stripes like a shell toe. R.P. Cruz, we got rich off the mail though. Yeah, we can shoot, I just pray you don't tell though. They call me Daddy Ryan Hill, I'm like John Gotti. I'm in the streets one deep like I'm going potty. The paint cream, but the rag look teriyaki. Baby hit my cup of lean, it got out of potty. I'm going red if I ever do the Maserati. Hard head like I grew up around Duke and Knocky. You probably had to give some bread for her to do it sloppy. I'm a B, I got the head and she can't do without me. Hard head like I grew up around Orchard. A done key, 2 for 5 or do 1 for 3. I grind hard for these shows, can't do 1 for free. These niggas trick off on they hoes, then she come for me. I can't help it, I'm a P, they can smell it on me. Only feel God and a fuck nigga telling on me. I'm in the club with the pistol and a 7 on me. Quiet money, I ain't got no credit or no debit on me. I'm straight make like an 8 out the pharmacy. Thuggin' on the east, I had a play off of Normandy. Ain't no swap outs, returns or no warranties. We sellin' quality, we get it by the quantity. They call me Daddy Ryan Hill, I'm like John Gotti. I'm in the streets one deep like I'm going potty. The paint cream, but the rag look teriyaki. Baby hit my cup of lean, it got out of potty. I'm going red if I ever do the Maserati. Hard head like I grew up around Duke and Knocky. You probably had to give some bread for her to do it sloppy. I'm a B, I got the head and she can't do without me. Hey, now for real. Hey, it really ain't my fault this shit come easy to a nigga. know what I'm saying? Hey, real players gonna live forever. Real hustlers gonna get money till the end of time. On God. Quiet money. Die. Hey, have you ever put a slam together?
Let's get into the content, man. Get into the content real fast. Pro. Oh. So apparently, you know, with all of a sudden that Trump, we're gonna talk about Trump real fast and the MLK files being opened up, and then we're gonna go into the case. Okay. It seems like when the people start asking about Epstein's files to be open, Trump started wanting to open up files for us to make us shut up, man. Y'all got to pay attention to the stuff that they doing, dog. It's so foul. It's so foul. They doing it right in our face, and we not even paying attention. They playing right with us with, like, man, I'm going to let y'all watch this. So I'm trying to dig into that MLK shit now because it's definitely something worth watching.
Saying he committed treason as related to the Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, who leads the Office of Director of Intelligence, whatever the hell her title is, she issued this so-called explosive report detailing how it was all made up. That's a lie. Her report is literally a lie. The Republicans released their own report. Then Senator Marco Rubio, Trump's Secretary of State, was on that committee when they released the same report. Well, listen to what this fool Trump said today.
After what they did to me, and whether it's right or wrong, it's time to go after people. Obama's been caught directly. So people say, oh, you know, a group. It's not a group. It's Obama. His orders are on the paper. The papers are signed. The papers came right out of their office. They sent everything to be highly classified. Well, the highly classified's been released. And what they did in 2016 and in 2020 is very criminal. It's criminal at the highest level. So that's really the things you should be talking about. I know nothing about the other, but I think it's appropriate that they do go.
May I ask you about that, Mr. President? Tulsi Gabbard has submitted a criminal referral to the Department of Justice. From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here. This was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up. They came out of the vaults. They were in there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one they.
Hey, you want to know what's crazy is? What's crazy is he called Obama the leader of the gang, but you forgot about the Proud Boys. You was their leader, Trump. They the ones storming the Capitol. Obama ain't storming no Capitol. I definitely did.
Look, he's guilty. It's not a question. You know, I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries.
Guys, that's an idiot.
Yeah.
That's literally an idiot you saw talking. To sit here and say that he committed treason, that's just dumb. Okay, but let's just be real clear. They are desperately trying to deflect from Jeffrey Epstein. They can't stand the fact that the right has been going bonkers over this. So what does Trump do? He comes out, oh my God, it's all Obama, and they did this to me, and oh, I'm such a victim. It's more the same crap over and over and over again, and it's total BS. I'll bring my panel, Dr. Mustafa Santiago Ali, former senior advisor for environmental justice at the EPA out of D.C.
So yeah, he said that, you know, he trying to say that Obama cheated. I guess that's what he trying to say. He trying to say Obama cheated. Okay, I guess, man. I guess, dog. That dog is. Now they blocking Epstein because it's videos of Trump sitting at the parties, bro, just like the same thing with Diddy. So, you know, watch how they sweep this. Watch how they sweep this under the rug too. Also, y'all, watch how they sweep this under the rug. I seen a video. I seen a video with him at the fashion show, bro. Like at the fashion show, dog. Like, and then when he seen Vivica Fox was on the runway, ain't that something? In the video, Vivica Fox was on the runway, and that nigga
Luther King Jr.
Trump was oohing and ahhing. So, this is the what you need to know. I mean, we about the MLK. We gonna go into this real fast, and we gonna go into the case. Okay, so shit.
Half a century after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the federal government just released thousands of documents surrounding his killing. I'm Scripps News' Holly Furfer. You're watching Morning Rush. This all comes despite pushback from his family, and now his daughter, Bernice King, is calling for the Trump administration to release the Epstein files. Scripps News legal affairs correspondent Abijoy Burnett has been digging into those docs and joins us live in our DC newsroom. And Abijoy, all right, tell us more about these newly unsealed records and just how the King family members are reacting today.
Hey there, Holly. Those documents are massive. There's so many of the documents. Some estimates put them at around 230,000. There are estimates that are even higher, closer to 240,000. These are newly unsealed records regarding the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. more than a half a century ago, 57 years ago. And now, according to the Director of National Intelligence,
57 years ago, and now they just want to let us talk about it and blog after the people that probably did something to them are unalive. It's probably already unalive themselves.
Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, these files should reveal more information, for example, more on the investigation from the FBI, and then also more details about James Earl Ray. This is the person who pleaded guilty to the assassination of Dr. King more than 50 years ago. But then it's also important to note that that person later recanted that statement and kept his innocence, proclaimed his innocence until he passed away in 1998. But this release, Holly, it is extremely controversial. We know that two of the surviving King children, they are against this. We saw that post on social media from Bernice King at the top of what we were mentioning earlier today. And they're really saying that this is something that could distract against what their father did as a civil rights icon back in the civil rights movement, doing so many things to help people who were underserved. You see a portion of the statement there, I believe. Yep, it's right there on the screen. This came from the King Center because they were anticipating the release of these documents. They didn't want for them to be released, but they were anticipating the release. I'm going to read a portion of what the children, the surviving children, wrote in that statement. They said, while we support transparency and historical accountability, we object to any attacks on our father's legacy or attempts to weaponize it to spread falsehoods. We strongly condemn any attempts to misuse these documents in ways intended to undermine our father's legacy and the significant achievements of the movement. One of the concerns that many people who support Dr. King have is that these documents may highlight some of his extramarital affairs instead of focusing on the fact that he did so many things to advance the civil rights movement. And then also,
you got to understand, the people are saying, the nation is saying, Real Spill, they want to open up the Epstein documents. So you want to know what Trump did? He opened up Martin Luther King documents for us, and we ain't even asked for it. Well, we probably been asking for it for years. It's 60-something years old. We probably been asking for it. Now you open that up to shut us up about the Epstein because you know you was there and you know you in the files, bro. You know you in them files, bro, with that man. Man, it's over 1,000, bro. 1,000 victims. Bro, Trump, you was down with that shit.
To kind of not look at the fact that the FBI director at the
They
time
just opened up the files for all the bloggers. So because he think that we gonna grasp for this when we want to grasp for you getting slam dunk, bro. We don't want to grasp for Martin Luther King. We want to grasp for Martin Luther King 60-something years ago. But we trying to grasp for you, nigga, and see what the fuck going on with this shit that's on the board right now. You know?
used illegal wiretaps in order to spy on Dr. King. But there is some division within the King family itself. For example, last night or yesterday, Attorney General Pam Bondi, she posted a picture on social media ahead of the release of these documents with Dr. Elvita King. Dr. Elvita King is the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King, and she said she is pleased that these documents are being released. So clearly that is something that is very different from what the King children are saying. And then we also heard from the Director of National Intelligence, once again, Tulsi Gabbard, and she was saying that this release is unprecedented, and it just shows that President Trump is standing by his promise of releasing a lot of these documents revolving around assassinations. We also know that earlier this year, assassination documents about JFK and RFK were released. Holly?
All right, Scripps News legal affairs correspondent Abijoy Burnett live in D.C. for us. Thank you for your analysis on this. And as we know, more than 6,000 files, as Abijoy said, totaling more than 230,000 pages relating to King's assassination, were published in the initial release. The National Archives said more files would be released as they are reviewed. Joining us now live is Dr. Jonathan Collins, Assistant Professor of Political Science.
His personal life, but they were trying to figure out as much as they could about his political movement that was happening around him. Suddenly being released right now, right? We know that the name Martin Luther King generates so much discourse, so much conversation, that it's going to be something that takes away from the headlines of previous days. And now the headlines of previous days have been what's going on with the Epstein files, because this is one of the areas where the political coalition that Trump has built is starting to fracture a bit.
Like this, take this.
Half of Republicans are even dissatisfied with the way in which Trump has handled the release of the Epstein files. And so
now they playing with us right in our face, bro. And a lot of probably 80% of the black people don't even give a damn what's going on with the case, so they don't understand what's going on. But we all just watched what they did to Diddy for the same shit, bro. And they hid shit from that trial too, bro. Where was the superstars at? Where was the important people at? See, they trying to get, now they pressing your ass, Trump, and y'all trying to camouflage us with some shit we didn't even ask for, nigga. Like, that's crazy.
You know, this is one of the rare areas where we've seen, interestingly, bipartisan support for finding truth on this matter. And so Trump tries to reconstruct the narrative of, hey, we are engaging in truth and transparency here by releasing these King files. But what the public really wants to see is when are we going to see these Epstein files released? Not just the transcript of the grand jury. When are we going to see the full collection of federal files?
And we know that the goal of surveilling Dr. King was to discredit him and end the civil rights movement back at the time. Given that fact, how much of what we might learn do you suspect is actually accurate? I mean, could you deduce that some of this information, much of this information could be skewed given FBI agents wanting to please J. Edgar Hoover, head of the FBI then, and give him what he wanted?
Well, Holly, that's the major concern, is that if you look through the files, there's no context surrounding the files. So all we get is the information that is essentially given to us through the lens of the FBI. And the FBI at the time saw Martin Luther King Jr. as a threat to American public safety. Right? Within the files, we also see interviews.
So after y'all done read the files and tweaked them and then did what y'all want to do, took away and added what y'all wanted to add, y'all want us to read it now, 60 years. Man, y'all crazy, dog. And then back then, the people who wrote the file was MLK ops. My nigga, why would I want to get some files from the ops, nigga? 60 years later. Man, y'all better stop, bro.
FBI members are conducting with foreign intelligence agencies because they see Martin Luther King Jr. as this very, very dangerous threat. And so that idea of Dr. King as a threat to American safety is the lens through which these files are collected, reported, and a lot of the documentation is written. Even you think about the Poor People's Campaign, which was this major movement for economic equality in the U.S. If you look at the way in which it's discussed in the files, it's treated as essentially communism and a threat to undermine the capitalist order of American society. And so we have to be very careful when looking at these files and dissecting the information that comes through, because there is no context whatsoever that helps to understand King's legacy as it should be interpreted.
And from what you've read and learned throughout your career, I want to know your opinion. Do you think James Earl Ray was the lone shooter as he first confessed, or do you think that this really was a government conspiracy that went beyond Ray as he recanted in his later years?
I think we don't have enough information to make a conclusive
decision. People saying that the government did that to Dr. King, and we want the files from y'all, right? Man, these people is out their damn mind, dog. Like that's the world right now. This is why I don't talk about this stuff, because they gonna say, man, self-made racist. Man, I'm just telling y'all what that's a white reporter that reported that, man. I'm just telling y'all what they doing. Nobody crazy, bro, like Trump. Like you just need to stop that, dog. It's not gonna work. And the court system needs to handle their business, man. Because y'all on some bullshit. Let me see something real fast. Bullshit ass court system. Boy, they do what they want to do, don't they? Shit. I didn't mean to do that. I mean to do that. Oh, shit. It's crazy, dog. I keep telling y'all, dog, there's stuff going on in the country right now, dog. That they playing with us, along with the cops playing. Like, it's crazy.
How fast did that Nissan get up to?
$3:00.
Had your husband gone to work that morning already?
Yes.
After your husband went to work, were you the only person in your home?
Me and 3 cats.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Buckley, I'm going to show you a photograph that's in evidence as State's Exhibit 108. Do you recognize that photograph, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. And what is that a photograph of?
My house.
And then also,
This nigga cooked.
that your
He
home as well?
definitely cooked. Queso cooked.
How many bedrooms did your house have?
3.
What about bathrooms?
2.5.
Did anyone besides you and your husband live in your home at that time?
No.
Now, prior to getting ready for work that morning on January 15th, 2020, did you speak to anyone?
I was on the phone with a friend of mine.
Was that something you typically did before going to work?
Yes.
Did you have a landline in the house?
No.
So you were using a cell phone?
Yes.
And what kind of cell phone did you have?
An Android.
Now, do you recall the name of the friend that you were talking to?
Kim Leva.
And after you finished
No,
talking to your
fool.
friend, what did you do?
Because I'm going to tell you
I got
why.
off the phone with her because I had drank too much
Watch.
coffee while we were
Listen
on
to
the
what he say.
and I had to
And where in your house was the bathroom located that you were using?
right straight down the hallway.
To show you what's in evidence of State's Exhibit 121 and 122. What are we looking at in State's 121, ma'am?
That's the standing in the doorway, and I was seated right by that lamp that's turned on.
Is this the front door of your home?
Yes.
And then State's Exhibit 122. Can you tell us what we're looking at in that photograph?
Right all the way down on the end, that doorway that you see against the back wall, that's the bathroom.
So State's Exhibit 128, the door at the top of this
The
photo.
right of that picture.
And let's go to 130. The door that's cracked to the left, is that for the bathroom?
Yes.
And then State's 131, is that bathroom?
Yes.
Now, when you came out of your bathroom that morning, what happened?
I walked out of the bathroom and I saw that the front bedroom door was closed, and 3 cats, they like to chase each other. So I thought one of them had pushed the door shut. So I went to push the door open and I saw 2 black men standing in my house.
And what did you do when you saw those 2 individuals?
You
I
see?
used the language I
You
told them. I
see?
said, "Oh, hell no, get the F out."
Yeah.
And then I proceeded to walk down the hallway to the front door, opened the front
Queso
door,
cooked.
and held the sliding door and said, "Get the fuck out of my house." And they were like, "You don't understand. You don't understand." I said, I understand that you don't belong here. You don't live here. You need to get the F out of my house now. And I kept trying to plead for him to leave the house.
These two individuals, did you know either one of them?
No,
Did either of them have permission to be in your home?
no,
Ever been around them at any other point in your life?
No.
Okay. What happened when you made it to the front door?
when I realized they weren't leaving, I was going to try to take off. And one of them grabbed me by the one arm. And so there's an iron railing right by my door.
Yeah, I
grabbed
know.
that with my other hand.
He said 2 people.
And I was trying to yell help.
He
which is
said
kinda
2
useless
people,
in my
Trill.
neighborhood because all my neighbors work during the day. And the other one came out and was hitting my arm to try to get me to break loose of my grip because I kind of had a death grip on the railing. And then the 2 of them ended up pulling me back inside the door where we fell.
So both individuals put hands on you and helped together pull.
Both pulled me in. Yeah, one I called Tattoo Dude had me by my one arm, and then the Squirrely Dude was the one who was, kind of chopping at my hand to get me to break loose.
And so
Oh, name
you
for the
used
guys
two
is-
descriptions, one tattoo dude and one squirrely dude.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
I'm sorry.
Is that a yes?
So the names for the dudes, the suspects, is the tattoo dude and the squirrely dude. So if he seen the tattoos, he know what he saw. You see what I'm saying?
Yes?
Yes.
And is that how, in your mind, you distinguish between the two individuals?
Yes.
And was tattoo dude, do you attribute that description because he had tattoos?
Once I identified him that way because after the
Oh, okay.
kerfuffle at the front door, and we went into the living room.
Well, who was the
I
other
sat down. I
nigga?
don't remember if he pushed his sleeves up or if he took the jacket off that he had on, but I saw his tattoo.
Now, you recall what the tattoo looked like?
It was a number. It was big numbers. 1993 on his arm,
Is that the upper arm, lower arm, forearm?
lower arm, between the elbow and the wrist.
Yes, ma'am. Now, do you recall what either one of these individuals was wearing when they came into your home?
Tattoo Dude was definitely dressed better than the other guy. He was wearing a tracksuit it was a dark tracksuit with red tennis shoes. And Squirrely Dude had, I classify, Dollar General gray sweatpants and just a basic Dollar General type hoodie, dark hoodie on.
Do you remember anything about their hairstyles, if you could see it?
Not for Squirrely Dude because he pulled the hoodie right up over as soon as he saw me. He pulled it up, so I couldn't really get a good look at him at all. But Tattoo Dude, when he sat down, he had little nubbies, like he was thinking about growing dreads, but hadn't decided yet. And but they were very neat in appearance, and he had a little goatee. But that was the only thing I really remember.
Could you tell approximately what age they appeared to be?
I'm sorry.
Could you tell approximately what age these two people appeared to be?
I guessed them to be early to mid 20s.
And do you recall anything about their height? How tall do you think they were in comparison?
Seemed to be my height, so about 5'5", 5'6".
He must have had. He had a mask on in the video. Well, somebody did. Well, the person that they said was Queso had a mask on.
After you were pulled back inside by Tattoo Dude and Squirrely Dude, you said you fell on the floor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tattoo ended up he was on top of me, and he was kind of like holding me like right at the collarbone. And the only thing I could think of was like, this isn't going to end this way type thing. So I just kind of like brought my knee up to push him off.
Okay.
And I think I kind of hit him a little because he seemed to be a little out of breath when he rolled over. And I sat up and I told him I need a cigarette. And he's like, no, you don't. And he's trying to hold my arm down, and I just kind of lifted him off. But he was saying that
Remember,
called
the
from
daddy
the
picked
other
him
day. He's
up,
like,
though.
bro, come here.
So what are they gonna say about the daddy?
Squirrely dude came out and he's like, do you want me to hurt her? And he said, no, just watch her. And so then they were trying to convince me that I didn't understand. And Squirrely dude pulls out his phone. He's like, I've got it on video. They attacked us. I said, I don't want to see that. I want nothing to do with that. I want you out of my house. And then they were both like trying. You don't understand. I said, the only thing I understand is if what you're saying is true, then you need to call the cops. You need to either way, you need to leave. And at that point, I think I got up and went to have a cigarette.
And what room of the home did you go to?
Living room.
And is that where you remained?
Yes.
And when you were in your living room, did you have a cell phone?
When I went to the bathroom, the cell phone was sitting on the arm of the couch. But when I sat down on the couch, Tattoo Dude came in and sat down. And that's when I saw that he had my cell phone, and he put it back in his pocket again. And then he called for the other dude. He's like, bro, I need some water. So I told him that there was a bottle of water in the fridge, and he went and got one of those for him. And then Tattoo Dude to drank the water after he finished drinking it. He crushed it and put the empty in his pocket.
Now, after that happened, while you're still in your living room, did you have an alarm system or anything in your home that you could trigger?
Yes, but unfortunately, I could not push it because where Tattoo Dude was sitting, it was right next to the console.
And did Tattoo Dude pretty much stay with you in that room?
Yes.
What about the other person you described as Squirrely Dude?
Squirrely Dude went back into the front bedroom, which I'm assuming that he was looking out the window because he was on this phone the whole time because Tattoo Dude kept asking. He's like, dude, where's he at? Where's he at? Got to get out of here.
Tattoo Dude was asking.
Yeah.
Squirrely Dude.
Yeah.
And also, just to be clear, which one of the two asked?
Sorry.
Which one of the two was asking the other if they wanted to?
Tattoo Dude was asking Squirrely Dude.
I'm sorry, I backed up for a moment. When you said you were pulled into the house, kind of brought your knee up and hit Tattoo Dude. Is that right?
Yes.
And was it Squirrely Dude that asked Tattoo Dude if they needed to hurt you?
Yes.
That was Squirrely Dude saying that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, approximately how long were you in your home with these two people?
It seemed like a lot longer than it really was. But I mean, I don't know the time frame of when they first got there. I know I was watching Blue Bloods on TV, and one show ended and another one started, but I don't know
Would this have been
the time frame.
Sorry. Okay. Would that have been late morning when that show was on?
Yeah, it would have been somewhere between. I probably turned it over around 10:30, something like that is when I put it on that channel.
Okay. And then that show ended and another one started while they were
Yeah.
in the house. Okay. And that show is typically an hour long?
Yes.
Now, that front bedroom that you said Squirrely Dude kept going back to, what can you see from that front bedroom?
The front, basically the whole street of Townsend.
Did you see that individual that you refer to as Squirrely Dude doing anything with his phone?
I didn't see that much of him at all. I mean, other than the couple times that Tattoo Dude would call him out.
When he came out, was Squirrely
Yeah,
Dude?
he would come out of the front bedroom.
Okay. And what was he doing at that point?
Well, he was still on the phone.
So could you hear it if he was talking to someone? Not the conversation necessarily, but was he using?
He was. Sorry. I mean, he was talking very softly, so I didn't know. I did not hear any conversation.
But when he was talking, did he have his phone in his hand?
Yes.
You indicated at one point earlier kind of faked.
Hmm?
I think you indicated at some point while they were holding you and you're in the living room, you kind of faked like going to sleep or some sort of
I
attack.
can't hear you.
While you were on the couch in the living room, did you fake going to sleep or doing something to try and
And expedite their leaving? Yes. Because I have asthma, and over the years, I know what an asthma attack feels like. I know what happens to me when I do it. So I started telling tattoo dude, I'm like, something's not right. I'm not feeling good. I said, you guys got to go. You got to go. And he's like, oh, you're fine. You're fine. I said, no, I'm not feeling. I'm really not feeling good. I'm not feeling it. And I started to basically like hyperventilate, and then I kind of like laid down sideways on the couch with my hand hanging down, so that and made it sound like I was having some sort of an attack. And I kind of saw like kept a sliver of my eye open so I could see when they were actually going to leave, type thing. See what was going to happen. And
Hold on.
tattoo dude got.
We're gonna pause this, and I'm gonna run a review of everybody so everybody can understand what we watching right now. This is what we watching right here.
You can see police had this entire area blocked off. A young man was killed, and the suspect got away in a stolen car, but it crashed about half a mile away. The suspects were seen on surveillance video running through a backyard, eventually breaking into a woman's home. That's when police say the suspect held a woman hostage. You're looking at video now from moments after the victim was able to escape. She ran into Action News Jack's Elizabeth Pace for help. She told us the suspects wrestled her to the ground, used her bathroom, and changed into her husband's clothes. I spoke to that woman today. She says she is happy to see these two arrests made, but she's requested privacy for now to allow the justice system to do their jobs without outside influences. Today, 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson was charged with murder. His father, Abdul, was charged with.
And that's what we watching right now.
Really panicky at that point, and
That's the lady.
called for squirrely dude to come out. He's like, and I heard him say something's not right. We got to get out of here. And then at some point, I don't remember when, but tattoo dude went to the hall bathroom and used the restroom, and then went in the master bedroom and changed clothes. And then when he came out, he told squirrely dude to go in and change too.
So did both of
I
those
ain't
individuals
unalive
take clothing from
that
your home?
lady, man. They was
Yes.
tripping.
Do you recall what type of clothing they took
Tattoo
from?
dude was wearing sleep pants that had the Mountain Dew theme on them, and that my husband got for Christmas, and his Permante's
Hit the
brothers
link, Trill.
t-shirt,
Shit.
and
You
then
can hit the link, Trill.
he had grabbed
It's
a
on the
pair of
community wall.
New Balance tennis shoes out of the closet too. And then squirrely dude, he just changed into another pair of sleep pants that were in the bedroom, and he took the hoodie off, so he had a white muscle shirt on.
When he took the hoodie off, were you able to clearly see his face?
No,
Why not?
because I didn't have my glasses on, and I was kind of squinting, and I can't see distance.
After they took those clothes and changed, assuming without your permission,
Mhm.
they didn't have permission to take the clothes.
No,
What did they do?
they were standing by the front door looking out, and then squirrely dude's like, he's here, and then they both left, and as soon as they shut the front door, I jumped up, locked it, and I looked out the window briefly enough to see and get in the car, and then the car leave.
Now, could you make out the color or anything about the type of vehicle that they got into?
I could tell that it was a Charger style car, and that it was a reddish orange color. But the exact color or the exact make model, no, I can't. It's just a Charger style type vehicle.
And was that car in your driveway?
Yes, they pulled into the driveway.
Which way did it go?
It backed up and then went down Townsend towards the expressway.
ZG, salute, boy.
What did you do after the car left?
I went and hit the alarm button on the self control panel. I knew he had my phone, so I had to grab a piece of paper that had a friend's phone.
You know?
Yo,
What up, boy?
what up, though?
Down, I
Now what?
bringing
Now you
in
just-
Christmas decorations, and
Damn.
You gotta turn the TV down.
Hold on. Let me disconnect this shit.
Yeah, man, they
All right.
they got that nigga.
You hear me now?
though. Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah, they got that nigga.
Sort of,
though.
kinda, but not.
Because you should
Really stay out of that car.
What you say? You going in and out.
Can you hear me?
Your ass going
You hear
in and out. Now I can hear you.
All right. So they
What you-
got queso DNA out of that stolen car. That car was stolen. It been stolen for that car riding in that car. That's the same car his dad when he picked him up in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you right.
Now look, the dad got picked up, and he had to say he was the driver because his cell phone was pinging in the area.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What about the cell phone? I was about to say, what about the cell phone, man?
His dad had the cell phones were in his dad's name, not his name, not Queso name.
Yeah.
So I ain't saying we don't know who was using the cell phone. You can't put no cell phone in no nigga hand.
Yeah, you can't. You definitely can't.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? You can't.
Yeah, you right.
So,
but see, that
But-
lady, y'all, if they change their clothes, that means they probably took off their mask.
Queso dad put his stuff there because he said he was there.
Yeah. But ain't no, yeah. And then, man, how does she like the tattoos? That somebody showed their face or hand or something.
I'm about to tell you, the nigga with the tattoos, he got bodies already, and he's testifying against Queso.
That's crazy.
Just as well as Queso dad. So really, all they got is like 2 co-defendants.
That's felons already.
And they got the DNA out of the car.
That nigga
But
Queso
that
was crazy.
DNA.
So who he was okay, them two was together. They tried
That's
to do
the co-defendants can't get a conviction.
Your ass going in and going out. Let me see. You going in and going out, boy. Let me see.
With another nigga that
you going in and going out, Trill.
You hear me?
You going in and going out, boy.
How
I'm
about
telling you. I hear you. I can hear you.
Damn.
It's your Wi-Fi. Turn your Wi-Fi off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
My Wi-Fi ain't on. I got. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, turn it off. Now I can hear you good.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
now I can
cool.
hear you good.
Yeah, man.
Now,
So
now what was
queso,
you
queso.
saying?
All right, so it's Squirrely dude, which don't nobody know who that is because he ain't been identified. The woman can't identify him. The nigga with the
Mm-hmm.
dudes, he locked up for some bodies before this shit, and now he testifying against queso because he got caught up in that shit. Now his dad is a snitch from way back. Like this nigga been on some cooperating shit. He cooperated before the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, back before queso was born.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So he know how to talk his
Uh-huh.
way to the pole. He know the script. He know what to say to get his immunity deal to testify.
Yeah.
Because he can't explain his way away from the scene because his phone was pinging on the scene and his DNA in the car. Just as well as queso. Queso DNA in the car, and that's what gives them the slight proof to go to trial with the co-defendant statement. Now, this car was stolen. It been stolen for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
All them niggas was
all of them was using it. It's a slider.
in and out. Yeah. So
it's a slider.
You can't, yeah, my DNA in there, but you can't say it just got there from that day.
Yeah.
Because they got a DNA in there that don't match to nobody.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it was somebody else in the car too then. Or they DNA was they was in there before. Oh, you talking about somebody from prior DNA. Like they probably wasn't even there that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
he say they got his DNA out
right.
the ride they used.
But they got a whole bunch of DNA, like a bunch of different niggas' DNAs out that car.
It's like
niggas that they haven't even identified who DNA it is.
Yeah, he say the car was stolen for 2 months. That mean they was it was a slider, they was sliding and gliding that hoe.
Yeah, everybody was using that motherfucker. So you just can't say I was in there that day because my DNA was in there, but it's gonna be in there because I was in the car. But I just wasn't there that day. And the smartest thing it was not make a statement.
That nigga say not make a statement. Hey,
he
did make a statement. I thought he did make a statement.
Yeah, he didn't say shit.
He didn't say nothing. Nah, he can't snitch on himself. I hope not. Man, we're gonna see what this lady talking about, man. Tell me to stop that bitch. You want me to stop that bitch?
Said he
and I hollered at her, I need help.
Nah, he didn't say much. He didn't snitch or nothing. Nigga, he didn't tell nothing. He was just they interviewed them niggas though.
She was coming towards me, and I still didn't really know what was going on prior. And all of a sudden, news reporter Elizabeth Pace came over, and she actually helped pick me up. And then
why they make her voice sound like that?
And I pointed to the officer who was down by the car.
Why they make her voice sound like that?
Watching the comment.
They're like,
your shit glitchy, they say.
2 guys just broke into my house.
Your ass act up. That nigga Trill must be in the woods somewhere.
The officer, and he told me to go. That he was going to call it in, but I need to call 911 and then to call to go back to my house. And
did you call 911?
Elizabeth did, and so did my neighbor.
And were you able to get on one of their phones to speak to 911?
You can't hear it?
The neighbor's phone, yes. Mm-hmm.
And after speaking to 911, did you remain at your home?
Yes, they told me to stay there.
He said, keep in mind,
eventually did
I don't follow the story, so I'm asking. He said, they gonna stress the nigga because his pops own him.
And did you give them
I thought his pops told on him already.
Both individuals.
Yes,
I thought his pops told on him already. I could have swore that his pops told on him already.
The clothing description?
Yes.
Now, the clothing...
I run so many stories, I can't remember what happened, bro, because I don't rewatch my lives or none of that shit, bro. I'm probably the only nigga that don't do this shit.
On my bed.
I don't rewatch that shit. I just do the live and do the numbers, and I don't rewatch it, though.
later on
I
January
forgot
13th,
what happened.
2020, same day, were you shown a photo spread to see if you could identify a particular individual?
Later that evening,
And when you were shown that photo spread, there were multiple photos?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes,
Right. And were you able to identify anyone?
yes,
Right. And did you identify that person by actually signing the photograph?
yes, I did.
Your Honor, may I briefly approach the witness?
Yes.
Showing you what's in evidence as State's Exhibit 201. Do you recognize this as that photo spread that was shown on January 15th, 2020 to you?
Yes,
And this photograph, is that your signature?
yes.
Motherfuckers say the tattoos. If they can say that about you, man, it's over
Which of
with.
the two individuals did you
Tell you.
identify?
Tattoo dude.
See? Who is it? She pointed them out.
Yeah,
Somebody.
she pointed him out. He not at that court
All
date.
right. But if he snitched,
Showing you
though,
what's
it's
in
over
evidence of
with.
State's Exhibit 125. Do you recognize that photograph?
That's the front bedroom.
Is that the front bedroom that the tattoo dude and squirrely
Yeah.
dude were inside?
Yes,
And State's 126. Is that same room?
yeah, that's standing
Yeah.
in the room.
Man,
State's 110. Is that the front door of your home?
Yes, it is.
And where is the metal railing that you had to grab onto?
It's a long side, that black line that's alongside next to the planter.
You can actually, if you touch the screen with your finger, you'll be able to put a circle around it.
It's right there.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
And State's Exhibit 121.
you see where I'm
is
at?
the front room where you went
Yeah.
and had to have a seat for the entire
You
time you were
might
in
be
there?
right.
Yes.
Trill.
Where
But he
in
gonna tell
State's
that nigga,
123
them
were you
some
seated?
young niggas. That nigga ain't going down by himself, nigga. You know better than that, nigga.
And I want to show
Who you
you
saw? Who gonna
what's
tell?
in evidence
The
as
young nigga,
State's 190.
tattoo guy, watch. He gonna tell. I could have swore the daddy told already.
You see this on your screen,
That
man?
nigga was bouncing out
Yes.
dress code for a field trip.
That
It was
vehicle
costing him
that
for
just drove
prescription.
by, do you
He-
recognize that
Man,
vehicle?
Yes,
And how do you recognize that
man.
vehicle?
that's the one that
West
pulled up in
side.
my driveway.
Yeah, the tattoo dude.
And this
Yeah,
is
if tattoo
State's
dude
Exhibit
tell on him, it's over with.
186.
It's just like in the young dog case. Once the young nigga told on the nigga, it's over with.
Two people that held you in your house, you know, were they black,
Yeah,
white, or
tat-
Hispanic?
I was here. They were black males.
Do you know what color shirt either of them had on?
When they initially came in, they were, they changed clothes. They got my husband's clothes.
You know what, the last time you saw them, what color shirt either of them had on?
What one of them is wearing, the one that's got a mustache is wearing plaid fleet pants with a gray Kamani Brothers t-shirt. The other one's wearing a white muscle shirt and black Mountain Dew sleep shorts with gray tennis shoes. They're carrying their other clothes.
You said, what color were the pants with the white tank top?
It's Mountain Dew theme. They're black background with Mountain Dew all over them.
Already, hey, that's
Which
what I'm
direction were
saying,
they
West
headed last
Side.
time you saw
That's
them? Do
the
you know?
first thing
They
I
jumped
said,
into a
bro.
red
The first thing I
red,
said, West
Charger,
Side,
but
he
the
fucked
officer
up.
was working
That's the main
traffic
reason why I don't
into.
got no
He
face
said
tats, no
it
neck
hit two
tats,
doors.
or no
He said
hand
it's
tats,
probably a Challenger,
nigga.
but
Exactly why I
they jumped
don't,
into a
West
red
Side.
one of those, or reddish color, and then headed down towards Arlington, downtowns and towards Arlington Expressway.
Did either of them have any weapons on
When
them?
they were trying to clear in the
Not that
house,
I could see. The one
they
definitely
was
did not.
moving a little bit.
The one who
And
kept his
Hold
he
on,
had a black hoodie that he kept trying to keep around his face.
hold on, Trill.
I
Cause you
couldn't
going
tell
in and
anything that
out,
he had.
Trill. Your
again,
shit going in and out. Hell yeah.
look where I'm at, nigga.
Where you at?
How long ago did this occur?
They
Ah,
found them in my house
I
at
can't even
10:30, and
see.
they
Hold
just
on.
left about
Hold
10,
on.
15 minutes ago, if that.
Where the fuck you at? In the middle of nowhere,
You found
Trill?
them in the house?
I came out of the bathroom.
Where this at?
bedroom
Texas.
and saw one of the bedroom doors was shut. I went and opened it, and they were standing right
Ah,
there.
that's why your shit tripping.
Yeah, I knew those would have been fucked.
Are you injured? Do you need an ambulance? Do you want an ambulance to come and look?
I don't.
Back
I
up.
don't. I don't need an ambulance.
All right,
They
all right,
my cell phone.
all right.
I'm using a neighbor's phone right now. Thank you, sweetie.
What's your cell phone number?
My cell phone number is 904-982-7559.
I think the pops ratted on him, man. Listen, man, Westside. You know a nigga run so many stories on there. I don't like. I read that story, Westside. I can't remember what happened, but I could have swore that pops rat, or was the pops in the interrogation room? Was that the interrogation video? Something, fool. I can't remember. They all got questioned. All of them, fool.
All right, ma'am. So are you going to be waiting at 1033 Townsend?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we do have the call. We sent it, and officers are going to be out there to you shortly. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Ms. Buckley, when the police showed up, did they also collect the clothing that you were wearing that day?
Yes, they did.
And did they also take a DNA swab from you?
Yes, they did.
And did you have any injuries as a result of being grabbed and kind of thrown down to the ground?
Other than a bruised shoulder.
He needed a ride. The only person he could call that he trusted was his pops. Pops was a street nigga too. And also a rat too. Allegedly. Already.
Ms. Buckley, I want to show you what's in evidence as State's Exhibit 135. Do you recognize that photograph, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. And is that you?
Yes.
And did you have a slight bruise or injury there to your neck?
I couldn't see it because it's. But they say the police officer saw it.
And 137. What are we looking at there?
That would be a scratch mark from when they. I'm assuming when they tried.
They gonna slam dunk that boy just cause.
You didn't have that.
Messing with them old people.
142.
That was where I scraped the sliding door being pulled back in.
And that was when both of them were pulling you in?
Hmm?
Is that when both individuals were pulling you in?
Yes.
143. Is that just a close up of that scrape?
Yep.
States 133. Is that the clothing or the pants that you had on that morning?
It's the pants. The shirt matched, but they made me change.
And States 143. Same pants? And they were collected?
Yes.
I don't have any further questions, Judge. Thank you.
All right, cross for Mr. Whitaker.
Good morning, Ms. Buckley.
This is what we
ma'am,
watching.
You mentioned that you ended up with a bruised shoulder.
Yes.
Do you think tattoo guy?
We'll be having to give a recap of all the stuff, people. This is what we watching right here. If you came in late, this is what we watching.
You can see police had this entire area blocked off. A young man was killed, and the suspect got away in a stolen car, but it crashed about half a mile away. The suspects were seen on surveillance video running through a backyard, eventually breaking into a woman's home. That's when police say the suspect held a woman hostage. You're looking at video now from moments after the victim was able to escape. She ran into Action News Jack's Elizabeth Pace for help. She told us that.
Now that's the lady. This the lady that we watching right now. They shouldn't have let her go. They messed up by letting her go.
we fell. Cause
That's why they
when
messed
they
up
pulled
here.
me in, the two of them pulled me in, and I've landed on my shoulder.
And then you were able to ultimately get Tattoo Guy off of you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Father and son.
So these two people end up in your home,
Mm-hmm.
and they're in the original room that they're in. Was that close to your front door when you encountered them for the very first time?
It's the closest bedroom to the front door. Yes.
And so your obvious reaction is, get the F out of my house, and you go so far as to open the door, the front door.
Yep.
They unfortunately do not leave, correct?
Correct.
There then is some kind of physical altercation where, and I'm going to use your terms, Tattoo Guy ends up on top of you, correct? And it's at that point that you can't help but notice the very large tattoo on his arm, correct?
He had a tracksuit on, so the jacket. I did not see the tattoo in detail until late when he sat down on the couch after the kerfuffle at the front door, and we came in. That's when I saw him.
Okay. At that point, was he in a short sleeve shirt?
No, he had a jacket.
Taken off his clothes.
He hadn't taken the jacket off or anything.
At some point, did you get a good look at Tattoo Guy's tattoo?
Yes, I did.
And what was so distinctive about it?
It was the size of it, and also when I saw the year, the only thing I could think of is these guys are, just a couple years younger than my kids.
Do you remember that year right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a number you'll probably never forget?
Pretty much.
1993, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And obviously, that was something you were able to provide description right away,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. He had another tattoo on the other arm, but the way he was sitting, I couldn't read it.
Now, the other person that you've labeled Squirrely Dude, you didn't get a very good look at him,
No.
correct?
Mm-mm.
At one point, you did get to see his full right arm, though, correct? And got a good look at that?
When he went to change, he had the muscle shirt on. I was like, from distance we are right now, I see beige and white. I see nothing else.
Sure, because you didn't have your glasses on. Fine. But you were able to see a good look at, and we're talking about Squirrely Guy now, Squirrely Guy's right arm, correct?
No.
Okay. Do you remember giving a deposition? And I realize it's been a number of years.
I do remember deposition, yes.
And that was much closer in time to when this all happened to you.
Mhm.
Counsel, I'm on page 21, starting line 25. Your answer was, and I got a good look of his right arm. I did not see any tattoos on his right arms. And he's got very, I call them chicken arms. You remember?
Yeah.
Responding to that?
Mm-hmm.
So the Squirrely Guy, you were able to see his right arm pretty closely when you were in very close proximity to him, and you didn't see any tattoos on his arm.
It wasn't close proximity again. It was the distance I am between you and me right now.
Okay.
Okay. And from what I could see, without my glass, I could not see any tattoos that were visible to me.
Okay. But back when you gave your deposition, you did indicate that you had gotten a good look at his arm.
Yeah, the only thing I could, get a good look of is, I see the shape, I see shapes, I see colors. It's the fact that he had really skinny arms.
Okay. Now, this person, Squirrely Dude, you described that the hoodie was not only on, but it was actually tied, correct?
Yeah, he pulled it. As soon as he saw me, he pulled the hoodie up and pulled it tight.
And Squirrely Dude, you didn't end up having much interaction with, correct?
Right.
Okay. It appeared that Tattoo Guy was kind of calling the shots, right?
I don't know.
Well, according to you, it was Tattoo Guy that kind of tells Squirrely Dude, hey, go change your clothes. Was that not your direct testimony? I'm sorry.
It was, it was Tattoo dude's idea, yes, but as far as who was calling the shots, I can't make that call. I don't know.
Sure. Okay. And you described that you end up in the living room and you are able to have a cigarette.
Yes.
And I guess Squirrely Dude at that point keeps trying to tell you, hey, I need help. Please look at my phone, right?
No, that was when we first landed in the hallway.
Okay. When you're trying to get them to leave.
And they tried they were like, lady, you don't understand. I said, I understand. You're in my house. You don't belong here. You need to leave. And they're like, we were ambushed. And Squirrely Dude, holds us down his phone for me to see. I said, I don't. He's like, we got it on phone. I said, I don't want to see that. I said, if that's true, you need to call JSO. I said, or leave my house one at a time. Head down a couple blocks down to the expressway. But either way, you need to go.
Now, you were wearing your wedding rings when this occurred?
Yes.
Okay. And there were valuables in your home,
Yes.
correct? Fortunately, the intruders did not take those things.
Right.
And ultimately, tattoo guy takes your phone, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There was a car at your home as well?
There was a what?
There was a car, your car at your home?
Yes.
Okay. And they did not obviously steal that? Okay. I don't have anything further, ma'am. Thank you very much for your time.
All right, cross for Mr. Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, Ms. Buckley. How are you doing?
I'm here.
You're here. Okay, so just a few questions. You're very certain, 100% certain that there were only 2 people in your home.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't see a third person.
Not inside my house, no, ma'am.
Okay, and the 2 people you saw, you didn't see anybody that was over 6 feet tall.
What?
You didn't see the 2 people that were in your home. They weren't over 6 feet tall.
I still can't understand what you're saying.
Okay, I'm going to slow down because I speak with a little bit of an accent. So the 2 people that you were in your home, you described one as being, well, you said you're 5'5", correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that they were about close in range to your height.
Yes.
Okay, no one, in your opinion, was over 6 feet tall.
No.
And you had mentioned that Squirrely Dude was, you saw him on his phone.
Yes.
And he was actively using his phone.
Yes.
Okay. Did you heard conversation, but you couldn't hear what he was saying?
Right.
Okay. Did you see him with more than one phone?
I just saw one phone, him on the phone, one phone.
Okay. And then neither of these individuals had gloves on?
No.
And tattoo guy, he basically held you down.
Yes.
He put his hands around your neck.
Yeah, he pretty much landed on me when we fell into the hallway.
Okay, and he remained on top of you.
Until I kneed him off.
Okay, but he at some point put his hands around your neck.
Yes.
In an attempt to hold you down.
Yes.
So much so that he left a mark on your neck.
Yes.
He was violent with you.
They both were.
Okay. Now, as it relates to the police showing up to your house, when they get there, well, first we heard your 911 call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even 911 asked you for a description, right?
Right.
Because it was important so they could identify who the person was, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were even able to give them a very detailed description of the clothes they were wearing when they were leaving. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And that wasn't it. Police then came to your house, right?
Yes.
And they sat down with you and gave you an opportunity to explain and describe the individuals that were in your home.
Yes.
One of which had, as you stated, a very distinct tattoo on his arm that you remember as you sit here 5 years later.
Yes.
Now, I think you had said within the evening, that same day, so within 24 hours, they were able to come back to your home with a bunch of photographs, right?
Yes.
Now, when they were showing you these photographs, it's true that they give you some instructions before presenting you with the photographs, right?
Yes.
And they say things to you like, the person may or may not be in this set of photographs, right?
Yes.
And it's not just one photograph, it's multiple photographs.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And it's not a photograph of a 1993 tattoo, right?
Right.
So, and they show you them individually, right?
Yes.
And this is to make sure that you're picking the right person.
Yes.
And you were able to ID, without a doubt, Tattoo Man.
Yes.
Did you come to learn that his name was Dominique Barner?
I don't know any of the names.
Okay, no problem. All right, thank you so much, ma'am. No further questions.
Thank you. Is there any
House, that is Bill Hubble. I bought Lennox Mall for my brothers. Oh, your bag, told the cutter. I got it out the field, fuck Russell. Going as L'Oreal about the paddock, and going as Jordan, that's dead. Philippe water trying to drown a bitch. It's a habit tricking on a bitch. Shit, I'm thinking I'm clipping a pimp. Shit, I'm cooking up dope like a dump. Shit, like her first gon' sit nigga trim. Shit, I'm floating, I'm out in the blimp. Shit, it look like I'm swimming in glass. Shit, I turn on my bitch cause she bad. Shit, I'm making my ex nigga mad. Shit, they go for that coming for smack. Real nigga learn them, wearing a bag. Piping a bitch, and they nail like I can. Turn up the shooters with switches go bad. Stay with some scammers, but dogs was paid. Trapping no rapping, my dog, he fall off. No capping, no bound.